What up, world? Welcome to an episode of BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneauShow, social media platforms, Instagram, Threads, Brandon Janeau, Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Go follow me on all those social media platforms. Yeah, really, where you go is the YouTube channel, Brandon Janeau Show YouTube channel, man. Shout out to everybody that's been subscribing to that. I appreciate you guys tremendously. Yeah, tonight it is wrestling life. Oh yeah, so much shit is going on. Ah man, so much is going on at wrestling. Last night was crazy on Monday Night Raw, and yes, I will talk about that. But let's get into it right here, right now. Shout out to all the incredible, the amazing women wrestlers that have been killing it this past weekend. Uh, Mercedes Monet and the Tony Storm match at All In was exactly what everybody thought it would be. Fucking fantastic, incredible, amazing. That was the last image of women's wrestling Saturday that we saw, and that shit was incredible and it was amazing. And then, boom, fast forward to the next night, Evolution, all the women killed on Evolution. And then you had last night, Bailey and Laura just, that might have been the best match. The whole fucking week of wrestling right then and there. That was, and I know it's the new week, but it's just like, damn. Shout out to all those women that killed. I cannot knock that at all. Mercedes losing to Tony Storm. This only works if Mercedes is now about to have an arc of losing. I don't think she will. I think it was the right decision to make to have Mercedes beat Tony. I mean, have Tony beat Mercedes. That was the right decision to make. The problem is what's the story now? Now I've been very vocal since the moment this match was even made that the storyline, the story arc should be Tony Storm beats Mercedes, but Mercedes is so outraged that she lost to Tony Storm. She's just so out of it that she starts to go on an actual losing streak. And she loses all her belts. And she's so obsessed with trying to beat Tony Storm that she finally, it's like, fuck that. And she gets her rematch at Worlds Collide, and that's when you give her the belt. You give months upon months upon months, months upon months of storytelling with that because now Mercedes is so distraught. She's just obsessed with trying to beat Tony Storm that she stops. She absolutely stops being a belt collector and just gives all the belts away. And she's like, not give all your belts away, but loses them to the point where she's obsessed with trying to now beat Tony Storm. And you have that match at Rose Collide and you have Mercedes go over. That match at All In was incredible. But I don't know what you do with Mercedes moving forward. I have no clue. And I hope that's really what the story is, that she just drops all the belts. And she becomes obsessed to the point where she's gotta be Tony. She just has to be Tony Storm. Because then it's a new story arc for her. She loses and she just doesn't know how to handle it. She's just like, I can't believe I fucking lost. Like, what the fuck? And you had to hit a Storm Zero off the fucking top rope to beat me. So it wasn't just like you just absolutely could just stop me. You hit me with 3 Storm Zeros and you still couldn't beat me. You had to literally hit the one off the top rope to beat me. Like, there's a story to be told there. And you can have Megan Bain beat her for the TBS championship. I don't think you need to give it to Chris Statlander or Willie Nightingale. I don't think you need to give it to either of them. I think Megan Bain is the perfect person to beat Mercedes. Um, yeah, I think Megan Bain is the perfect person to beat Mercedes and take the belt. I think that's the perfect person. She's the one person that still is somewhat you can use to even make it make sense for her to beat Mercedes. And it's something that she desperately needs. She needs a fucking story and she needs a belt. I think Megan Bayne beating Mercedes would be great. But yeah, I don't know what you do. I have no idea. Um, for Tony Storm, who goes up against Tony Storm now? And that's kind of where the problem. You're gonna put her against Thekla? I will say this: having Athena win the briefcase, win the gauntlet, is great. But Athena is not going to cash in on Tony Storm just randomly. Never said. She's not gonna cash in on her like on a one-on-one match. Like, hey, let me go one-on-one with you. That's like their Money in the Bank. Like she can just cash in whenever the fuck she wants to. Which brings me to who the fuck beats Tony Storm? Who fights Tony Storm next? That's kind of the problem. This is why it was a problem to have this match because now it's like I can see where Mercedes goes. I have no idea where Tony goes. And I don't even think Mercedes is going to go that route. I don't believe it. I don't believe Mercedes is now just going to turn around and just say, okay, I'm going to lose everything. I don't see it. I can't fucking see it. I can actually see her give up the belts more than her just start just losing fucking matches and just losing title matches. I just can't see it. You don't give her a new belt a couple weeks ago just to then turn around 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, and then be like, oh yeah, you're going to lose this. The fuck? What? I can see her just straight up vacating every title that she has and just saying, fuck it, I'm just focusing on trying to stop Tony Storm. And maybe you have another match at All Out. I can see it. You got enough time to build it. It's in August. I can see it. But that match by itself, that match was top tier incredible. Like that shit was good. And it set off the rest of the week for the women because that match was the starter and Evolution was the fucking topper. Like, Lord have mercy. That match was great. And then they gave us an extra, you like that? Here's another. Like, it's like, you like that? Here's another. That shit was good. Speaking of All In, they ended the storyline. They ended the storyline. The Death Riders are dead. I think. I think. They didn't leave with the trios titles, but they got heat after taking out Samoa Joe. And John Moxley lost to Adam Heyman Page. Right decision. Swerve even coming out to help him was nuts. For it to be Swerve that helps Adam Heyman Page get the belt, it was like, okay, AEW kind of now understands storytelling. I don't think they're gonna do shit with it, but it was a good it was a good story to tell. But Adam Heyman Page winning the belt was, God, it was the right decision. I didn't give a shit if he. I didn't give a fuck how he had to win it. As long as he won it, I don't care. Like, yo, he needed to be Moxley. Like, this storyline needed to die. Like, you clearly don't understand. This storyline was never going to succeed. It was dead from the start. Just fucking. I say this all the time. You don't double down on a fuck up. You just get rid of it. If you fucked up, hey, I fucked up, and you let it be that. That should have never happened. Should have never happened. But the storyline is over. Adam Heyman Page is now the AEW champion. This is the second time he's held that belt. Hopefully, they do something with it, and they already have a storyline already built in, which brings me to what else happened at All In, which I am super excited for, which is MJF won the gauntlet. I am so happy that MJF won this. Let's be for real. He was the only fucking logical choice. I know AEW fans gonna be like, no, he wasn't. He was the only fucking logical choice. Let's be fucking for real. He made the most sense. JF made the most sense. He's already got a built-in story with Adam Heyman Page, which I've been saying, what happened to that story? You just dropped it, but clearly they didn't. I would hope. And you have him with the Hurt Syndicate. Here's the thing: can AEW actually be able to tell the stories? Can they all link it? MJF has the contract. Hangman Page has the title. Let's see what happens. Where does Swerve end up in all of this? Is that the match at All Out? Is that the match at All Out? I wouldn't mind it. Do you walk into Forbidden Door, which is going to be in London, and that's where you crown Will Ospreay? I don't think you need to have another long ass title run in AEW. Like Jon Moxley was a champion for too long. I'm not saying Adam Heyman Page don't deserve a very significant title run. But when MJF on the horizon, and you got Swerve there, and you got Will Ospreay, and you got Takeshita, Kenny Omega just dropped the belt to, Okada. What does Omega do? You have tons of fucking guys that can definitely jump into that picture. I'm not saying Adam Heyman Page needs to have a super long title run. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a super long title run. I'm just saying if I am sitting there and I'm watching how all of these men are, MJF has a contract. Swerve at some point does Adam Heyman Page feel some type of way that Swerve came and helped him to the point where he's like, I kind of owe you a title match. Is that the match at All Out? When they get to Forbidden Door, is it Will Ospreay? Darby Allin's back. Does Darby Allin get a title match? Like, there's a lot of people you could give a title match to if you're Hangman. You got Ricochet, which, Ricochet there. I don't think you need to go face all fucking time. No. It's Ricochet the first opponent. I can see it. You clearly didn't give the TNT title to Kyle Fletcher. I wouldn't mind Kyle Fletcher getting a shot at Adam Heyman Page. Why not? I mean, it's something so different. It's out the fucking blue. Josh Alexander. Now, Josh Alexander is somebody I've been saying for a while. Where is he? You signed him and then you just brushed him to the side. You put him in the Don Callis family and was just like, okay, I'm done. Like, Josh did come in to fight Adam Heyman Page in the Owen Hart Cup. Are we just forgetting that? Now, Josh Alexander's got to get some wins under his belt. You can't just give him a fucking title match. But like I said, you got a month to build this. Is it Kyle Fletcher? Is it Josh Alexander? I know you're not going to pull the trigger on MJF getting the title match right now. That'd be very stupid. Build that a little bit more. Is it Swerve? I wouldn't mind Swerve Adam Heyman Page at All Out. I wouldn't mind it. I think that if Adam Heyman Page and Swerve have a match, it closes the book on that for a second. Adam Heyman Page like, you helped me get this. I kind of owe it to you. You know what? Fuck that. That needs to be the match. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck who agrees or not. That needs to be the match. I'm in. Fuck it. I'm in. I will watch that shit. Their matches are great. So I'm with it. Fuck it. Adam Heyman Page feels like he owes Swerve something. It's a title match. Swerve did not lose with Will Ospreay to the Young Bucks, so he still has a chance to get a title match. What if that's the title match? And then you have, do You do MJF cashing in. I don't think you do it then. I don't think you do it then, but I mean, that'd be such a dick move, wouldn't it? Like, that'd be such a dick move. Oh man, yeah. Let's do that. I think All Out in Toronto, Swerve versus Adam Page, and MJF cashes in. I think that works. I'm with it. I think that works. I think that works. Fuck it. I think that actually physically works. I think that works. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. I'm with it. I'm with it. Do you cash in right then and that way, MJF? Like I said, I don't know if you take the belt off of Adam Hangman Page that fucking fast. That's very hard to do. It would be very hard to explain, right? But if he did it, because he's preoccupied with Swerve, and MJF just comes out, and the Hurt Syndicate comes out and helps. You got at least a couple stories now you could tell where now Bobby Lashley's looking at MJF like, you got my title, I want that title. You got, you know, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. I think that'd be actually a really good fucking thing to do. Are you gonna get the title to Kyle Fletcher, the TNT title to Kyle Fletcher? Is really what a conversation. The way Sammy Guevara was looking at Dustin Rose as he won, that looks like it's gonna be a split at some point. I'm so sick of tired of these long story build shits. Just get to it. Let's just get to it. But yeah. Uh, but yes, that needs to be the match. That needs to be the match. Hopefully, tomorrow night when they're at Dynamite, Adam Heyman Page is swerving in the ring. Oh, Heyman Page is having his moment, and Swerve comes out. He asks Swerve to come out because I'm not against like giving a person a title match if it's already in a story. We already know the history you guys have, and you gave and Swerve helped you win that belt back. I am not against that. I think it would be very smart if you did it. Now, you could create the arc of Will Ospreay. You create the arc of Will Ospreay, which maybe Will Ospreay is like, I'm the reason why Swerve. Will Ospreay could be like, yo, I'm the reason why Swerve even did that. Why is he getting a title match and not me? Why is Swerve getting a title match and not me? I'm the reason for why Swerve even decided to come and help you. Everybody's been like, Swerve is going to turn heel. What if Will Ospreay turns heel? What if Will Ospreay is the one that turns heel? I wouldn't mind seeing Will Ospreay be a fucking heel. I think it'd be great. And because Heyman Page gave the title to Swerve, and he's like, wait a minute, motherfucker, I'm the reason for why Swerve even helped you. Like, the fuck you talking? Like, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah, all it was good, man. Listen, okay. The matches that were great, that we knew would be great, was great. Like I said, I don't know what you do with Kenny Omega moving forward. Are you gonna just continue putting him with Okada? I don't see that happening. Does Omega like I don't understand what you do. But yeah. But all in the matches that I thought would be great was great. Um the Casino Gauntlet match took too damn long. Both. Both of those matches took forever. Um Adam Cole. If I go any further, Adam Cole, man. Damn. I don't know what it is. They're saying it's a concussion again. He could have a concussion. I don't know what is going on. But watching that Saturday, man, that shit fucked me up. If you watched Adam Cole in NXT, I know it's a WWE thing, but if you watched him in NXT, you know how over he was. He was a badass heel, man. Undisputed Era is one of my favorite fucking teams I've ever seen in wrestling. Like my modern day wrestling, it goes Bloodline, Shield, Undisputed Era. Like those are the three. I've never seen a faction like those three in all of my time. Like those three factions in modern wrestling, top tier. Like Bloodline is one with a fucking bullet. Two, two is the Shield because of the stars it spanned off. John Moxley, Seth, and Roman. But three, man, oh man, oh man, three. Man, is the Undisputed Era. It, to be there and watch, you had to watch when Roger Strong turned on Pete Dunne. You had to watch it. When he turned on Pete Dunne and gave the match to the Undisputed Era, and he walked up to Adam Cole and took the wristband. Oh man, you just sitting there like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, yo, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Yo, that shit, man, that shit hit. That shit hit. It was just like, it was like, still one of the best takeovers, by the way, of all time. New Orleans, that takeover in New Orleans was one of the best NXT takeovers of all fucking time. I don't give a shit what nobody say. That takeover was goated. But you had Aleister Black and you had Aleister Black and Andrade for the title. I want to say you had Shayna. I think Shayna and like Amber Moon. Yeah, like it was Athena, who's not in AEW. Man, that ladder match with those Ricochet debut, that Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, who else? Shit. Lars Sullivan, Karrion Dane, EC3. Oh man, yeah, man. That triple threat tag team match, AOP, Pete Dunne, Roger Strong, and Undisputed. Man, bro, listen, man. Take me back to that time period. Just that period. That NXT period. Oh my god. Yeah, that's why the black and gold brand gets so much love and respect. Because there was certain PLEs where you just put them on, and just be sitting there like, for the next 2.5, 3 hours, I'm good. Like I don't need to go now no place. I'm good. But yeah, Adam Cole, man. If that is truly the end, man, thank you. Because that era of wrestling for me was top tier. Top tier wrestling, man. He is the reason for why the concept War Games is even a thing. The Undisputed Era is the reason for why War Games is even a thing. I wish they'd get rid of it on the main roster and put that shit back in NXT, but that's neither here nor there. Bring me to why I don't like this War Games situation now. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins got hurt Saturday. Which kind of brings me into what happened last night. So Seth Rollins got hurt Saturday. So we think. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. Some people are saying he's hurt. Some people are saying he's not. Some people are saying it's a work. Some people are saying it's not. He's on crutches. Nobody fucking knows. And then the last night, they didn't really even explain what is going on with him, which was the goddamn point of going to last night, which was like, what the fuck is wrong with Seth? And they're like, well, I don't have a diagnosis. It's too early to call. Really? It's too early to call? Like, you should know by now. Like, if it happened Saturday. Now, again, of course, it is, doctors probably, but WWE is pretty goddamn sterile with everything. They're like, no, we got to figure this out now. Seth is one of my favorite wrestlers. I've been very vocal about that. I've always said Seth Rollins is one of my favorite wrestlers in the business today. There's nobody that I think is better than Seth Rollins in the ring. Okay, let me say that back. Let me take that back. In the ring, on the mic, his ability to do what he does, there's nobody I trust more than Seth Rollins. His match he had last week with Penta was goated. I hated the decision, though, of giving him the Money in the Bank briefcase. I thought it was very stupid. I'm like, you only gave him the briefcase to put heat on the group. The group has not been great. Even last night, I get it. The group is literally sitting around trying to get Braun Breaker over, and he's over. Bronson Reed does not need to be there. I think Bronson Reed is starting to now become just collateral damage in this situation because what the fuck is he there for? I feel like this should have been you trying to get both of those guys over, and it feels like you're just trying to get Braun Breaker over. And he's already over. Now let's start working on trying to get Bronson Reed over. But this is ridiculous. Like it's just ridiculous. Said being hurt sucks. Fucking sucks. Because I truly believe that the SummerSlam match would have been set in Braun versus Punk and Roman. Now I don't know who the fuck wins the gauntlet last night, which I've kind of also said CM Punk needed to fight Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship because that's the only logical fucking decision it makes. That's the only one that makes sense is that Gunther and CM Punk fight at SummerSlam. But Rollins cashes in. Maybe it was always supposed to be Roman and Jay. Who the fuck knows? But I would have not mind if LA Knight ran the gauntlet and won it. It would have been like, okay, that's different. You give LA Knight an actual, and I think that really fucks up LA Knight because I think LA Knight was supposed to win the gauntlet. And it sounds crazy to say that, but I think LA Knight was supposed to win the gauntlet. Now I've been, like I said, vocal on CM Punk needs to go against Gunther at SummerSlam. I'm pretty sure I was like one of the first people that was like, yo, CM Punk is going to fight Gunther at SummerSlam. Who the fuck doesn't see this? I said this shit at Night of Champions. I did a podcast with my guy Ryan Gray. Shout out to Ryan Gray. North South Connection podcast. Shout out to them. I said that then when we did the Night of Champions. I said I could easily see CM Punk and Gunther fighting at SummerSlam. Like that's the obvious decision. Like who doesn't see CM Punk versus Gunther? That's kind of obvious. So I knew this was coming. But I also was holding out hope that maybe Roman and CM Punk team up first, and then you get to that. But we got what we got, and I'm cool with that. I'm happy that CM Punk and Gunther are fighting each other. And Roman is back. Hopefully his ass will be there next Monday because I'll be in the building next Monday for Monday Night Raw, and they're gonna announce the SummerSlam match. Hopefully Roman's there next Monday. Hopefully, let's see. But last night was awesome. That shit actually hit. And this is funny because I was gonna go. Now I'm about to bring it to this. I wrote down SummerSlam is falling apart. Yeah, wrote this shit. Like I wrote this shit like Saturday, Sunday. I wrote this shit. I said SummerSlam is falling apart. And then last night happened, and I was like, "Oh, SummerSlam looks like it's gonna actually be good." Oh, SummerSlam looks like it's actually gonna be good. Holy shit, who knew? I like the card. I like the SummerSlam card. There's only maybe one match I'm kind of like, two matches. I'm not really anticipating. I really don't really care about like that, and that's Tiffany and Jade, and the only reason why I don't really know what the fuck that is because now Naomi's already cashed in Money in the Bank, so it doesn't make sense to care about it in that sense. It doesn't make sense to care about it in that sense. But if Bianca turns on Jade, or like I said last Sunday, if Jade if Jade beat Bianca and turned on Bianca, I'm cool with that too. But I'm not anticipating the Tiffany and Jade. I just don't care about it. I don't care about it. I think it's lost its luster, especially since Naomi cashed in, which I still think it was the best fucking decision to make. Um, yeah, I don't care about it. I don't. I don't care about it. I do not give a fuck about it. In the Jelly Roll, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul match. Logan Paul, Drew, and Randy could go in the ring. I'm just not a fan of Logan Paul. He just now become just a typical fucking heel. Come out, talk about the city that they're in. Boo. You're just mad because I'm better than you. Boo. It's just the same shit. It's typical heel shit. Like I've been watching wrestling my whole life. That's kind of what it is. It's probably why I don't give a fuck about Logan Paul. Yes, he can go in the ring. I don't give a fuck, but his character is very fucking stale. It's very fucking stale. Um, the fact that Jelly Roll's on the card and LA Knight might not be is very stupid. It's very stupid. I'm sorry. Jelly Roll's music is dope, but he don't deserve a fucking wrestling match. I don't like it. And I don't want to sound like one of these people that think that celebrities should stay out of WWE. No. But replace Jelly Roll with Bad Bunny, and I'm like, yeah, let's see what this match looks like. Yeah. Replace Jelly Roll with Bad Bunny, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's see what this match looks like. Let's get this shit. Let's have this happen. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. It's just the first match you ever give him is a fucking SummerSlam match. It's just like, come on, dude. And this is one of those you only are trying to pay into. And again, I'm not one of these guys, and I get it. But WWE is always going to be trying to grab headlines, and no matter what we believe, and no matter what we feel in our heart of hearts, and we be like, "Hey, man, we don't need these fucking people." In their mindset, they don't need them either. But it's just like, but it's still better than the alternative, which is throwing people in the ring with no story, no nothing. Yes, they go in the ring, but they have no character, they have no build, they have nothing. Outside of those two matches, Becky and Laura is gonna be great. Let's just get that shit out the way. Naomi, Rhea, and Io, which I fucking literally said Sunday. If you didn't know that was coming, I don't know what to tell you. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that they were just like, oh, it's gonna be a triple threat match with no story. No, there is a story. That's the story. Naomi screwed both of them. She took the belt from both of them. And like I said Sunday, there's never gonna come a time where you are gonna have a SummerSlam card with no Rhea and no Io, and both of them got screwed of a title, and nothing's gonna happen. They needed a match. They needed to get out of the creative fuck up that they did have, which was who wins this match, Io or Rhea, and you got out of both of that. Like I said Sunday, you killed two birds with one stone. I love that decision. I love the triple threat match. Like I said, some people are gonna be like, it should have been more crit. They tried that at WrestleMania, and it just took fucking forever to get to the triple threat match. It was just like, dude, just get to the fucking. We know it's gonna be a triple threat match. Just get to it. Now they can at least tell somewhat of story here. Hopefully, they can tell somewhat of a story here for the next 2 weeks of Io and Rhea. But I don't think you avoid Naomi like you did, like Bianca and Rhea did Io. I think they're 100% going to like be like, that's what I do not want them to do again. Is like completely treated like, oh, Io is the third wheel. Like nobody gives a fuck. Like, no, don't do that. Like, I think you need to have Naomi be the fucking heel. Like she is the heel. That was the problem with that scenario. That was the problem with that scenario, which was Bianca and Rhea are considered the bigger stars, and Io was the champion, but nobody cares. And that's where the fuck you fucked up. This is way different. Naomi's a heel. You didn't have a typical heel in that situation. You have a heel now. You have a heel champion now. Build it. Let Naomi get the upper hand on both of them the next 2 weeks. Why not? And that could be the story. And then maybe you pull the trigger on taking the belt. I don't think you take the belt off of Naomi. That'd be fucking stupid. Especially if the plan is maybe to give the belt to Stephanie at Clash in Paris. Why would you do that? But I like that match. I thought it was a great match when it got announced. I knew it was gonna get announced. That's not that damn hard. Gunther and Punk. Punk needs to win. I love Gunther. Gunther's one of my favorite wrestlers right now. But if Punk don't win his fucking title, I don't know what you're doing with Punk. I have no fucking clue what you're doing with Punk. Now, you could put him in a storyline with Paul Heyman moving forward, but if Punk doesn't win, it's not really Punk because Punk does have a story, which is Paul Heyman and Brian Breaker and Bronson Reed. But what do you do with Gunther? Is Ilya Dragunov coming back? Which, listen, I would not mind if that is the match at Clash in Paris. It's Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov. But you have no Sammy. You have no Jay right now. It's just not. Jay's not getting that title match anytime soon. Just not getting it. Jay's not getting that title match anytime soon. It doesn't make sense to do it. Why? I don't know who you put up against Gunther if it's not Ilya Dragunov. Penta? I can see Penta. But are you going to run Penta and Gunther if Penta's not going to win? I don't understand that. That'd be very stupid. I don't understand that. Yeah, see, this is the problem when if you keep the belt on Gunther. Excuse me. Not saying that you can't have Gunther still beat CM Punk and it won't still make sense. It will make sense, especially if Brian Breaker and Bronson Reed screw him. But at this point in this situation, I think WWE is too afraid to pull the trigger off of Gunther, take the belt off of Gunther, because they don't know what to do if they do take the belt off of him. And that's kind of the problem. I need you to actually create this guy that isn't just a champion. I need you to treat him like he can beat anything. And that's kind of the problem. Of course, John Cena and Cody Rhodes are wrestling against each other again for the WWE Championship. I don't think you do a double heel turn. I don't think you do it. I think it'd be very stupid if you did. I think Cody does pull a trigger and take John Cena out, which would probably make him a heel in a sense. But in a lot of people's eyes, it's like, oh, he just repaid John Cena for what he did to him at WrestleMania. But for people that just want him to be a heel, you're gonna treat it like, oh, that's just him being a heel. I don't know about that. But yeah. But yeah, Cody versus John Cena is gonna be pretty goddamn interesting. Hopefully, it's better than that match they had at WrestleMania. That's all I hope and pray for. Nothing more, nothing less. Just please, God Almighty, please be better than the rest at WrestleMania. I had said for fucking weeks upon weeks upon weeks upon weeks upon weeks that match was gonna fucking suck, and I was not surprised that it sucked at WrestleMania. I wasn't surprised at all. Because I had said for fucking weeks, John Cena hadn't had a one-on-one match in like 2 years. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? Yeah. What else has been announced? That's pretty much it. They've had more matches announced for SummerSlam than they did at WrestleMania at this time. You realize that shit? You see how crazy that shit sounds? you you see how absolutely fucking crazy that shit sounds? That's probably why SummerSlam feels like it's better already than SummerSlam. I mean, SummerSlam feels better than it did for WrestleMania. They actually have more matches announced for fucking SummerSlam than WrestleMania. That's fucking crazy. Like they still didn't have what the Intercontinental Championship match wasn't announced until maybe like 2-3 weeks until like WrestleMania. The tag team matches wasn't announced. The tag team title match wasn't even announced until like the week before WrestleMania. It's like you're at least building this better. Thank God, because it took forever to get to that point. But SummerSlam feels already different. It feels already fucking different, and that's fucking good. And it's clear as day. We're gonna also get Friday night. We're gonna get. I'm assuming we're gonna get Solo and Jacob in a Bloodlines rules match at SummerSlam. That's the only way, the only scenario I see that playing out. Bloodlines rules match. That means you can get Jimmy on the card. I hope you don't use LA Knight for that bullshit, but I can see LA Knight being used. Hell, I can even see you bringing in Solo Zilla Fatu and also bringing back Tama Tonga. I can see both of them being used. I can see all of that shit being used. But SummerSlam already feels, and this is the crazy part. Like I said, I was ready to say, "Oh, this shit feels so stupid." I don't understand it. But SummerSlam already has a better build than WrestleMania. Last night was great. WWE is trying. I gotta give them their credit. They're trying. It took them a fucking while to understand it, but they're trying now. Which brings me to also Saturday. Goldberg has been on a podcast. I think he was on Ariel Manuel's podcast today, and he was talking about like how he felt disappointed in the match and all this other shit that happened. I really didn't read too much into it. I really didn't look at it too much. I get him feeling some type of way, I guess. But I don't understand what Goldberg is fucking mad about, bro. Like, you're 58 years old, your neck is bad, your knee is bad. I get it if you felt like they kind of just used you to try to like take steam away from AEW. I get that. But at the same time, by the time your match rolled around, AEW's All In pay-per-view was already over. So what the fuck are you talking about? The fact that they got 15 minutes out of you for your last match is a godsend. That is fucking crazy. 15 minutes. That's a godsend. Because you can't wrestle that way. I don't know why you felt some type of way. I don't get it. I don't care. I know a lot of people on social media probably is like, of course, like everybody on social media, yeah, they did do him dirty. Shut the fuck up. Last month, you motherfuckers was crying about them taking the belt off of Jay and giving it to Gunther just to have this fucking match. Now it's they did him dirty. Nigga, shut up. That's why I don't like the IWC. You motherfuckers complain about every fucking thing. Last month, you motherfuckers are crying that Goldberg was even back in WWE getting a title match. You were saying, what the fuck did he do to deserve it? Now it's, yeah, they did do him dirty. Nigga, shut up. Are you serious? Fuck out of here. Man, it's damn near 60. Getting a damn World Heavyweight Championship match. Are you fucking kidding me? Shut up. It's like, what the motherfuckers complain about every fucking thing. The match was good for what it was. I didn't think it was going to be some game-changing, life-altering match that Goldberg never had in his life before. Fuck no. It was what it was, and it was good. Gunther is always the standout. I don't give a shit what nobody said. Like I said, Gunther is one of the best goddamn wrestlers in the business. The fact that man got Goldberg to 15 minutes uninterrupted is pretty goddamn stellar. That is a goddamn shocker. With a bad knee and a bad neck and all of this other shit. And he got 15 minutes in his final goddamn match. I don't want to hear shit. Goldberg can sit there and cry all fucking day. Go to AEW if you feel like you need another fucking retirement match. Go to fucking AEW, dude. Because there's no way in hell I'm about to sit up here and continuously give you some bullshit about how you got screwed over, how to use your last match to kind of, man, shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You're lucky you even got a last match. Shut up. Fuck out of here. Thank you for what you was, but stop fucking complaining like you deserve better. Shut up. You were a once in a lifetime moment, lightning in a bottle guy. Nothing more, nothing less. You ain't this game changing. You ain't Stone Cold. You ain't Rock. You ain't Taker. You were what you was. You was lightning in a bottle. You are a special attraction. Nothing more, nothing less. Stop trying to act like you were the greatest wrestler on the planet. You were not. Fuck out of here, dude. That is it, man. I'm still debating if I'm gonna do TNA's Slammiversary. I'm debating that. I'm debating it. I'm not gonna lie. I am debating it. I might do it. That card looks actually good. I might actually have to do it. I might actually have to do it. But till next time, I am Brandon. This has been Wrestling Life. Peace.